Hello everyone, my name is Ken, and this is me trying to explain the Dino Crisis franchise. Even if I've never played the third one, or the Dino Survivor game, I'm going to do my best to explain the entire series without doing any previous research to back up any of the ridiculous things I might be saying. So, let's get started. So you are a secret agent type person named Regina, who I don't remember her last name, with two other dudes, Gale, the blonde dude, and Charlie, the token black guy, who talks as such. You need to go to the third energy facility that has been recently gone dark to rescue a rogue scientist named David Dobrik. He is a bad. So, you and your Regina and her team of dudes underneath the SCAT team, Search, Cure, and Treason team head to the research facility where they split up to explore. Token Black Guy goes to the radio room, and Gale goes a different way, and you follow him. And you find a half-eaten body where Regina decides to return and go another way where she's attacked by a velociraptor. You run away, and the thing jumps a fence to try to get you. Then you go inside the facility, and you reactivate the power in some places, creating laser walls that dinosaurs cannot get through. And then you head up to try to find out where everybody else is and find that everybody is dead. And then you go into the director's room, or you try to, where there is somebody still alive. And he gets eaten by a T-Rex, which is terrifying, and Regina almost gets eaten as well, unless you shoot him in his mouth. And then you activate the radio dish so you can contact for help or backup. And then you have to run away again from the T-Rex as he chases you. You gotta be quick. And then later, Regina gets snagged by a pterodactyl who almost drafts her into a fan. And then you find that there's a secret base underneath the already secret base where they're testing things about time travel. And evil Dr. David Dobrik is behind it all, and he's sabotaged. He's not really a good guy, but he kind of is. Regina's supposed to save him regardless.
Who cares?
And then finally, you set the base to self-destruct after saving Gale and Token Black Guy and David Dobrik. And as you're escaping on a tram, the giant T-Rex is chasing you, and you need to shoot him, stop him, and let him get engulfed in the explosion of the facility. The end. Next year, Regina is joining another team who the people actually go to the past now, I think, to rescue another third energy base research facility. But this base was actually accidentally transported back to the Jurassic period, the Paleolithic entomology year. this time she's joining a ragtag group of military guys. They were scat. Regina's team was something else. They're the search, cure, and treason team. Dylan, who has a pretty bad bowl cut and probably out of military regs, to be honest, and his best buddy, who might be Hispanic or Native American, David, coincidentally, another David. Dylan Hardback, and David the wolf. Immediately, as they're setting up camp, they get jumped by a pack of wild velociraptors, who decimate his entire team. A T-Rex chases Dylan and Regina, but David saves them by launching a rocket right in his eye. So this T-Rex will now be known as One Eye. Regina and Dylan fall down a hill, and instead of sticking together, which would be a fantastic idea, they decide to split up, Regina going one way, using her stun baton to override a security lock, while Dylan machos it out and machetes a vine door. Dylan and his trusty shotgun run through a thick jungle where he finds a facility, a base, and then he gets locked inside a room because he's trespassing. So he radios to Regina, who leaves the safety of their time-traveling boat and traces Dylan's steps to find the correct keycard to bail him out. And then Dylan, now with his new trusty key, goes to another place where there's a bunch of oviraptors, which egg thieves who spit acid and jump kick. There, he has another keycard stolen from him by Compsognathus, and he has to trick the Compsognathus into running into a cage so he can get the keycard back. Very effective. The reason why Dylan is in this facility is so they can get a battery to power their boat, which was sabotaged by a group of weird helmet-wearing Daft Punkian people. One of which is a blonde girl named Paula, who almost falls to her death, but Regina had saved her and handcuffed her into a room and then later brought her to the boat. Once they get the battery, they drive the boat like a car across the water to another research facility. On their way there, they have to deal with a bunch of plesiosauruses, I believe? And Dylan has to shoot them all down before they can get to him. Like an arcade game, which he actually compares the two, which is very inhumane. He is comparing murdering dozens of pterodactyls and Nessies to an arcade game. What an asshole. Finally, they make it, and Regina has to don a diving suit, and she has to don a diving suit and head on down with the Nessies and these giant crocodinos who are very scary. And she has to do this so they can get to the other... so they can power something so they can get to the next area, which is a volcano area, where Dylan has to go through a volcano and fight things like salamanders, but they're bigger, like lizards. And they're hard. Not like sexually, but just hard-bodied. Like Dylan Hardback himself. And they run into a nest of Allosauruses, and they kill a bunch of them by using a flare gun and some AA guns. And then they accidentally piss off a Triceratops who believes that they killed her baby, but really they didn't. It was just the wrong place at the wrong time type of deal. And then Dylan gets to relive his psychopathic fantasies by having another arcade shootout with two Triceratops trying to kill him. Then they crash their car, and they're like, oh crap, we landed in a pack of velociraptors. And then David, the wolf, comes out of nowhere with an attack chopper and blows them all up, surprisingly never hurting Regina or Dylan. And then once they're saved, he flies over to the town and realizes, holy crap, the whole town is being killed literally right now. Oh no, my helicopter is also crashing for some unknown reason. This is not good. So he crashes, ruins the awesome helicopter that he had. Regina and Dylan meet him down in the city, and then they decide, hey, let's go look for survivors, which they don't find any, but Dylan does find a tank and One Eye. A tank versus a T-Rex, which is really cool. And then after outrunning the T-Rex using this slow-ass tank, he gets attacked by another Daft Punk, but this time, even though Paula was working with them, she saves him. Why? You'll find out soon enough. They head on back to the starting area so they can get into the secret, no people allowed security base. Once they get there, Regina goes first, because there's a missile that's set to explode, so she's got to shut it off, otherwise everybody's gonna die. And while she's there, she gets sabotaged or ambushed by One Eye, who gets absolutely decimated by the true enemy of this game, the Gigantosaurus. Which, if you found the secret Dino file right before the cutscene, you kind of ruined the surprise there. And then she shuts off the missile, but gets into a fight with the Gigantosaurus, who she has to burn. And then he knocks over the missile, so it blows up anyways, but they were fine. And then she escapes. They regroup with Dylan and David, and they have an epic bro moment because they love each other. And then Dylan almost gets killed by a blue allosaur. But David, like the bro he is, jumps into the mouth of the dinosaur for his bro and dies. He pushed Dylan out of the way into a rushing river where luckily Dylan could swim, otherwise David would have just killed him. And that is the death of our bro David. Finally, Dylan wakes up, washed ashore, with Paula surprisingly there somehow, not sure how. And she's like, hey, yo, follow me, bro. I know a cool thing. So you follow her and protect her from oviraptors, and you make it to this base where a bunch of people were put into like cryosleep, and I believe they were all children. And then you activate a hologram where this old dude's talking to Dylan, like directly. It's like, how did you do this, bro? How you talking to me? You're from the past future thing. And then you find out this old man is actually Dylan Hardback. And Paula is his daughter. Dun dun dun. And then you have to... Oh, that's where the time machine is. So Regina shows up and... Well, eventually, which is weird because after you... Dylan fights the Gigantosaurus in this big ass room, and you actually use a satellite laser beam to take him out. It's pretty fucking sick, bro. And then you go into this room and you're like, oh shit, there's the time portal. Oh no, earthquake. Regina, look out. Paula, oh no. And then a thing falls on Paula and it crushes her. And she's like, ah fuck, dude, I'm stuck, I can't get out. So Regina is like, yo, we gotta go. He's like, no, I'm staying with my daughter that I found out is my daughter not 20 minutes ago. Because that's just how things are. And he's like, take the info and to make a time machine and come back and save us before it's too late. And then she's like, okay, even though he could go with her and literally do the same thing. Like, he can go with her, but I guess he's like, oh, I'll die with my daughter. And the whole place blows up. And sad. And that's how the original story ended, that's it, cliffhanger. And we've been dying for a proper third one ever since. Which we kind of got in Dino Stalker. Here's what I know, Dino Stalker. You're a dude who works for Dylan Hardback. Because apparently they didn't die. They survived somehow. They survived. And Regina's still nowhere to be found. Like, literally, bro, you've got a time machine. How the fuck have you not fixed it yet? You could choose any time to come fix this. Where are you? But this dude, I don't even remember how he's there, was like, oh, I'll do these missions for you, Dylan Hardback, and I'll save your daughter. Maybe they have a love interest. Ooh. And everything's done through a first-person perspective. If you're familiar with Resident Evil Survivor, it's the same thing. It's technically Survivor 3 in the series. And you do that, and yeah. And then you get Dino Crisis 3, finally, after all these years, released only on the Xbox. And you're in space, fighting space dinosaurs, with jetpacks. Visually it's not great, but it's quick. It's kind of like what Vanquish later became. It's quick, fast, blurry, and wah. And you find this ship that's like, hey, I think we're researching third energy, and help. So this dude, Charlie Chaplin, and his teammate Gina Rowland go and try to fix it. And I'm guessing that they fuck things up again, and they have to do another cliffhanger where one of them goes in the past, and that's how the game ends. I don't know. I've never played it, and I've never bothered to watch the ending. But that's what I think. And that is the entire Dino Crisis franchise explained by someone with ADHD. Thank you for watching and listening to my rambling. If you enjoyed this, drop a subscribe, hit the like button, ring the bell if you'd like to be notified, and check out I have a Twitch, Young Dilf Gaming. Follow me on there. And then, yeah. Bye!